Hello and welcome to the championship round in the No BS Beauty World Series of Moisturizers. So we've got the final showdown between the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream and the Cosrx Snail Advanced Cream. And definitely Cosrx are the underdogs in this round, with the Drunk Elephant being the more funded kind of Yankees team and the Cosrx kind of being the Detroit Tigers of the league. Kind of coming from behind. You just never know. Really quick, I just want to say purchase all these products with my own money. I will never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So this has been a hard-fought battle, starting out with 32 different moisturizers and working our way down to the final two. I would say the Cosrx definitely the underdogs. A lot of people think the Protini is going to win, and I spent a lot of hours thinking in my head about the comparisons between the two and how I could pick one. It's really hard to just pick one because I use both of these frequently, often, daily. And I've recommended each of these products to a lot of different subscribers and people have asked for recommendations. So it's going to be a very close call. So let me talk for a minute about the Protini. The main formula is that it contains a lot of good peptides, growth factors, amino acids, which are all very good for the skin. Growth factors are kind of an interesting new kind of, actually I think somebody won like the not the Nobel Peace Prize, an award for their creation of the growth factors, and they really can do great things for skin. However, if any of you have seen any of my reviews of products with growth factors, I'm always a little bit cautious. If you have any family history of skin cancer, any moles, or any personal history of skin cancer, or any suspicions that there could be anything like that going on, growth factors are something probably to avoid. They can't cause cancer. I kind of liken an analogy to a fire. To get a fire going, you need a spark and you need kindling to burn. And without either of those, you don't get the fire. So I kind of consider the fire the cancer, and the growth factors are more of the kindling, and the spark would be like cancerous moles, previous cancer, skin cancer in your family. So for most people, they're going to be safe to use. There's still not a ton of actual, like a lot of research. There's a lot, but still not like decade-long research, like, you know, time-supported research, because they're still relatively new. So if you have any family history of skin cancer, anything personal history, I would recommend avoiding them. But for a lot of people, they can really help renew skin cells and give you more plump skin, help with fine lines and wrinkles. So I don't ever want to scare anybody. Everything's about knowledge. If you know, kind of research everything you put on your skin and you take and eat, I mean, it's worth researching a moisturizer or one ingredient. So for most people, it's going to be just fine, although it's not proven, like 20-year, 30-year research down the road, because it's still so new. But that's why I say it's better to be cautious and be safe than to be reckless. So anyway, we've got some good peptides, amino acids, the growth factors, very hydrating, great gel texture. The Cosrx has the snail mucin, which can do amazing things for skin. For irritated skin, I always go back to this if I've overdone with exfoliants or retinoids, or my skin is just angry. Like when I was testing out 32 moisturizers for this, my skin was getting very angry with me. I would use the Cosrx every night, and it would really help in the morning. I wake up to kind of refreshed skin. So both of these scored a 9 out of 10 on the Sarah score scale. The Cosrx lost 1 point because of its jar packaging, which is a downside to it because it is so gooey. It's kind of messy to use. So you can see kind of the goo there. And that's kind of why I like to use it more so in my evening routine, because in the morning routine, it's gooey and it takes a while to fully absorb, which makes it great for the evening last step of the routine. Soaks in through the night, wake up with hydrated skin and everything else. The Protini scored a 9 out of 10. Packaging's great, but their major issue is the price, which is $68. So I think for every Protini, you can buy 3 of these. So, I mean, that is something to consider. So they weren't perfect. Each of them has kind of a flaw, but nonetheless, they're both great products. They both have a lot to offer. And really, to be honest, in my mind, to decide on one, it kind of came down to if somebody asked me, you have to pick one of these, you can use it for the rest of your life, and then the other one you can never use again. And to be honest, I do microneedling myself. I have little at-home lasers I play with. My skin gets irritated. I'm trying new things all the time. My skin can get angry. Sometimes I overexfoliate. My skin needs relief. To be honest, if I had to pick one, it would be the Cosrx. The things that it can do overnight to your skin is a miracle. While the Protini is awesome and great and super hydrating, to be honest, if somebody said I could never use the Cosrx again, I don't know what I would do, because my skin needs it sometimes, and especially during the winter, especially during any flare-ups or issues or dryness or anything like that, my skin honestly needs it. So that's kind of how I decided. So, and you can kind of abate the issues with the jar by, I don't know, picking up, like, packaging it and things like this, or repackaging in an Arrows jar makes it much easier to dispense it that way. So that can kind of negate the jar factor. And the price is also can't be beaten. And I've recommended both of these to many different people for different reasons. And I love the Protini. It's got that unique texture, which makes it great for different skin types. But overall, the Cosrx, that snail mucin, it's a miracle worker for skin. There's so many different skin issues that this can help. Just dry skin, irritated skin, acne breakouts, scars, pigmentation even, moderate exfoliation. So that was my decision, and it was not an easy one. I spent a lot of hours thinking about it and debating it. And overall, they're both awesome. And to be honest, skincare, really, there's no one best thing for it. You really need to expose your skin to lots of different products that include different ingredients, skin-soothing ingredients, hydrating ingredients, exfoliants, acids, retinoids, sunscreen. I mean, you need to expose your skin to a lot of different things to make great skin, and there's not just one. So even though this one wins, it's not necessarily the best. It's just my favorite, and I couldn't probably live without it, and I don't know what my skin would look like today without it, especially after trying out 32 moisturizers. My skin was so angry, and using this every night during that process really helped my skin stay balanced. And yeah, so it's kind of an upset. It's kind of the Tigers coming in beating the Yankees. So I don't know. They had Barry Bonds. They had the snail mucin, which is like the Barry Bonds. It's like without him, the Yankees can't win. Or do the Detroit Tigers have a good player in their team? Maybe probably not. I don't know. The Protini had all the funding and everything going for it, the big money, but it's the upset by Cosrx, and that was my thought. I love it. It's an awesome product. If you haven't tried it, consider it. The other product from Cosrx I love, the Advanced Snail Essence, Power Essence. It's great as well. But overall, Cosrx won it. It was a hard-fought battle. So I am interested what your guys' thoughts are. Who should have won? If you had a favorite team. And I've got some more fun things coming in the future. I don't know. I kind of really thought this theme was kind of fun and different. And I hadn't really seen anybody else do anything like it before. So I thought it'd be really fun. So I've got some really fun things coming up. I've already got the ideas going in my head. So stay tuned for that in the future, because I got some really fun things coming. I don't know. I like the sporting thing. It's kind of fun. Everyone can kind of relate to it. So, I don't know. Super Bowl's coming up. I'll definitely do something fun for that. March Madness. I don't know. I could start from the 32. I could do like 64 or like, I don't know, like 128 or whatever the double of 64 is. That is 128, isn't it? Yes! God, I'm so good at math sometimes. Anyway, so I'm just interested in hearing from you guys. I know a lot of you guys thought the Protini was going to win, and it was really, really, really close. But I really wanted to make it a tie, but I can't. So I had to pick a winner, and that is Cosrx, and they are the champions. I really wanted to play like a song, like We Are the Champions in the background, but YouTube is not a big fan of that, so I won't do that. But Just imagine your head in the background. So anyway, we are the champions. That sounds horrible. But anyway, singing was not my profession. Although I did play the oboe in band, which was very hard to play. And you know what? I really want to play the saxophone. But my mom got talked into that. I was so little and short. They said the saxophone's going to be too heavy, but the oboe's just like it. It's not. The oboe's like the loner of the band. There's never any other oboes in the... Anyway, whatever. I'm distracted now. But leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you guys tomorrow.